Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back again. Only a small moment to hydrate. A very short break here as we dive right into the semi-finals. The first of two. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Hardlead, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Poland representing Team Elazer. One moment as I get those predictions going. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the best Zerg player in all of Poland representing Team Liquid. It's the blue Zerg. It is Elazer. And if you're in the chat, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to place your bets on who you think is going to be our first finalist. Is it going to be Elazer, the favorite player, or is it going to be Krystianer, a player that has taken maps and taken series off of Elazer in the past? But again, he needs to be on point, he needs to be in form, he needs everything to go his way here if he wants to cause that upset. It's happened before. Can he do it again? Here we go. As the probe is going to be coming in for a bit of a scout. Hatchery already been taken here. Elazer getting into his hatch gas pool, standard open out of Elazer. I don't think we really expect Elazer to be the aggressor this series. Elazer is typically a more reactive and a very greedy, very macro-oriented player in a lot of matchups. To a fault at times, we've seen Elazer just skip spores and skip lings and double down on drones and take a lot of economic damage, you know, just because he's sometimes too greedy. That has happened before. Players have abused him for doing so in the past. We'll see if that happens again. As this probe is just being as annoying as possible, tasing away at those drones. Behind this, Krystianer getting into a standard opener. It's going to be a gate expand into the cyber core. This should be leading into a Stargate opener. And I'm curious if Krystianer has been spreading his wings. He's been going for the same builds over and over again. These past couple of weeks that we've been casting him in this matchup, we've been seeing a very tech-heavy style from Krystianer. Very similar to what we saw from Ziomek. I mean, they're both on Team Blazer, so it makes sense. But if you remember, if you were here for Game 1 of Ziomek versus Trifax, you would remember Ziomek going for a Stargate opener into a third base, into a faster robo. And with that faster robo, he got into an Immortal heavy composition. He went charged out Archon Immortal and moved out across the map with the death ball of an army. And we have, to be fair, to give Krystianer credit, we have seen him kill Elazer with it before. I think it was maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Oh, sorry, maybe it was last edition or 2 editions ago. We've seen him do it before, but like, it's, if you remember in that on that day of StarCraft, I think Krystianer did that same build 3 games in a row. And over the course of the series, Elazer kind of figured it out and was able to shut it down a lot more easier with a much more efficient style, game after game, after it worked once. So it's something that I don't think you can rely on too heavily, so that's why I'm curious as to what Elazer brings to the table this time. Sorry, what Krystianer brings to the table this time. From the side of Elazer, again, we should be seeing just some droning from him, getting his queens up and running, working towards his third base. Everything is looking pretty normal so far from the side of our Zerg player. Meanwhile, it was a Stargate opener into an Oracle. Oracle is moving out to harass, to get some economic damage done. Behind this, we should be taking a third base. There it is. Third is on the way. Oracle has arrived, dips in between the bases, gets 1 drone kill before getting the hell out of there. Taking a little bit of hull damage. 1 worker is okay for now. We're going to be able to regenerate those shields, rotate around, head towards the third. Queens are in position. And we'll see if Elazer can keep his mineral line safe and sound. We now have 2 oracles, 2 workers. Sorry, 2 oracles do one-shot workers. So this is going to be much more threatening here to the mineral line. Queens are in position. And we do not test fate. We do not get into that third. Oh, never mind. We go back in. We like what we see. And 2 drones go down. We get a third worker as well. Nicely done. Nicely lined up shots. One of these oracles did take a lot of damage, but we do escape. And back at home, we have a third oracle. So it's a triple oracle opener into a third. This should be leading into a forge and +1. And there it is. A very standard transition. This is what I wanted to see. Krystianer working towards +1 and blink. This is as standard gets in PvZ. Nothing fancy. Triple Oracle. We have 5 Adepts moving out. So they're going to be harassing across the map. The low HP Oracle is back at home to defend. So we're safe against a Ling counterattack. And now we're looking for some economic damage. Elazer, how many Lings do we have? We have 4, not too many. Adepts are making their way into the natural, focusing down as many drones as they can. So far, 4 workers, not too bad. Getting up to 6, 7. 8 workers, and we get even more in the main base. Oh my god, again, Elazer was so greedy, cutting corners, delaying his link production. We get 12 drones for 5 adepts. Well worth it, especially considering adepts, they don't scale into the mid game. We want to get rid of the adepts sooner rather than later. The oracles, they try to go back in, but they don't find damage in the main. Elazer's in position behind this. Elazer, he's amassing a road ravage army. He's sending his queens across the map. We're all in. Elazer, he doesn't care about his drones, not anymore. We're completely all in. Everything is being sent across the map, and Krystianer now knows. He throws down shield batteries, throws down that Sace trap as well. I forgot what it was called for a moment. Oh my god, but does Krystianer have enough? He's working towards charge, not blink. And slow lots on their own. We even throw down a proxy hatch. Oh my god, Elazer looking to have some fun with this. He knows that he has just an overwhelming army, spreading creep, trying to, there we go, he does manage to spread creep here by canceling that hatchery. File's gonna be connecting, shield batteries are too close. 2 of them are gonna be going down, 1 of them at least overcharges pop, but we barely have an army. We barely have anything left here for Elazer. Sorry, for Krystianer. Oh my god. Look, it's 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. Lings, they have arrived. File's going to be taking down the last of the site defense. No more shield batteries, no more cannons. The oracles are doing what they can, but there are just too many queens. And Krystianer, he was just far too greedy behind this. He had completely saturated this third base. Gone up to over 20 workers compared to his opponents. And he just does not have a standing army. Again, no blink either. He had to invest into these stalkers that just don't have any upgrades because we went into charge instead. And GG gets called. Elazer will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Again, a really good amount of economic damage. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful what Krystianer was able to get done there. But behind it, he had probed up to 65, 66. That's basically 3 base saturation. And because he was working towards charge lots, the problem there is that it takes a while for charge lots to really get going. They thrive a lot more in the mid game once you are able to amass them alongside immortals and archons to support. Little did he know that he had to rely on stalkers to defend against an all-in like that, and again, without blink, significantly weaker of an army. Krystianer, he ended up investing into an upgrade that Krystianer ended up investing into an upgrade that he wasn't able to make use of there in that defense. And with that, Elazer takes a lead in this series, and now we're going to be getting it. Oh, apologies. There we go. And now we're going to be getting into game number 2. Número 2. Again, it wasn't a bad start from Krystianer, but the follow-up was just a little bit too greedy, and it took him a little bit too long to recognize what exactly was going on, and the all-in that was occurring. He was caught with his pants down. The pants, they were down, Papi, they were down. Here we go, we're getting into our next game. Potentially the final game of this series. Personally, I hope not. I want this to go all the way to the ace match, but it's not on me. It's on our players. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Poland representing Team Blazer down in the series looking to fight back. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player representing Team Liquid. It is Elazer. Here we go. Elazer sending out his drone. Going to be going for that hatch first. Hatch gas pull opener here from our Zerg player, just like the previous game. Everything looking as it should. Meanwhile, across the map, Krystianer likewise going for a gate expand. I expect things to look pretty similar to the last game. Again, the opener from Krystianer was pretty solid and pretty standard. Going triple Oracle into the third, into some Adept Harass, into those 5 Adepts across the map. It did well for Krystianer in game 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar here in game number 2. I say that, I mean, now that Krystianer, he's down in the series, he may feel prompted to mix it up. He may feel the pressure to try to mix things up here against Elazer and try to do something a little bit more aggressive. That is definitely possible. We'll keep our eye on Krystianer to see what he brings to the table. And how aggressive he does intend on being. But now, Overlord is coming in and we're just getting a read on it. Getting a read on anything, everything even. Just to make sure that we're on the up and up. Oh. Here we go. And yeah, even in that last game, we were able to see, and Elazer showed us that he's willing to be the aggressor as well. I mean, to be fair, Elazer was forced all in because he had taken so much economic damage. It was very natural for Elazer to just not try to catch up in the economy, but instead just send it. Just pull the trigger. Say, okay, you can kill all my workers. You know what? I didn't want them. I didn't need them anyway. Just all in, buddy. All in. Showing us that, hey, if push comes to shove, Elazer is willing to get down and dirty with you. Filthy, buddy. Aye, aye, aye. Meanwhile, we have our tech of choice. It is going to be a Stargate opener from Krystianer. Should be getting into an Oracle. The Void Ray openers are very viable, and that's also an option. Don't get me wrong. Let's see what we go for. It is going to be the Oracle, though. Again, very similar to the previous game. Should be getting to double, maybe even triple Oracle, and in towards a third base. But really, it's what comes afterwards. That's what I'm interested in. Do we go for a Twilight Council? Do we go for a Forge? A Robo? What exactly will the follow-up be? So now Elazer, he fans out his links. He's trying to get a read on when exactly the third base will be taken. Probe is already in position. Oh. And we do get eyes on it. As the Nexus is thrown down. Meanwhile, across the map, the first Oracle does arrive. Queens are in position. Good stutter stepping here from Elazer, but 2 workers will still get picked off. 3, actually. The Oracle will slip away. Here comes that second Oracle. We have a third one in production. And so far, everything looking just like the previous game. Gonna be checking that triangular third base. Going for the middle line, but there are queens in position. We're gonna be able to shave off some of that whole damage though, but we do get another 3 drones, even a 4th. 4 worker kills, 7 in total. Not too bad. 7 drone kills for nothing, essentially. So good trades here, and there's that follow-up. It's going to be the Forge and Twilight Council. Now, if you remember, last time I assumed that this would be +1 and Blink, but we ended up going into Charge instead, so I'm curious. I'm curious which one we do go for this time. As the Elazer's moving out once again with 5 Adepts and his 3rd Oracle. So, yeah, everything is being played out the same way as the previous game. And I don't blame Krystianer because he did find success. Like, it was a solid start. It was a solid opener. There we go, the Adepts, they have arrived. The Lings are still in production. And Elazer is going to be able to focus down quite a lot of these drones. We commit to the shade, we focus down up to 9, soon to be 10, soon to be 11. 12 drones, just like the last game, and we can even get a little bit more. Krystianer dealing even more damage this time. Up to 20 drones, oh my god. The efficiency. 20 drone kills, 3 Lings, 1 Overlord, and what has Krystianer lost? Oh, about to lose. Never mind. Oh my, it escapes. 4 HP. Only 5 Adepts have gone down, and this time we're on Hecate. Oh, as we even get a massive stasis trap in the main. Catching almost every single worker. Krystianer pulling Elazer apart, and this time, because we're on a larger map, because the rush distance, of course, is a little bit longer, we have a winding path, Elazer is not going all in. Instead, he's droning, taking a 4th base, and he's trying to recover economically. So this time, Krystianer, he can get into his game. This is what he wanted in game 1. He was denied it because of the all-in. And again, we didn't get to talk about it, but hard lead has a very short rush distance by ground. All-ins make a lot of sense on hard lead. This time, though, can we get another drone? Oh, the transfuse! The Oracle is going to go down. Finally, an Oracle will fall, but we have even more where that came from. Another stasis trap in towards... No stasis trap. We just go for the drone kills. Another 2 at the third. And we're going for the 1-2 punch. Behind this, we have 3-base saturation, 66 drones. We're cutting workers here at 3 bases. We do have a 4th in production, but behind this, here comes the Warp Prism. The Warp Prism, the Archons, the Immortals. We're getting ready for a push. We have crippled the economy. You can see the worker count is even between the players, which is always a better thing for the Protoss. Krystianer, he's looking to snowball out of control. Can he pull this off? Big Link counterattack is going to deny the 4th. Just as Krystianer pushes. He's going to have to cancel, and this means that Krystianer, he's that much more committed. Lings, more and more Lings, though, moving out, getting ready for a big counterattack. Do we recall back home, or do we commit? Uh-oh. Do you have a defensive orbit? The Immortal! The Immortal does get surrounded. Shield battery is not here. It's not in position. Immortal goes down, and we do recall back home. We're committing with this attack, though. We're getting on top of the Queens. The Oracles do recall. We have Zealots at the natural. We are breaking the 4th base of Elazer. Drones did escape. But this hatchery is going to fall, or will it? We do have a couple Lings coming from behind. The Juggling. We do juggle these Archons, but it looks like Elazer, he will hold on to his hatchery, or will he? He will not. Hatchery does fall. 9 drones go down. Drones, they will survive. Some of them will, but not all. 11 more workers go down. Elazer, he's knocked down to 4 hatcheries. Krystianer still trying to get his own 4th up and running. It is on the way. Overall, I would say this is turning out a little bit better for Krystianer. It's a shame he lost his Immortal. If he didn't, then he could go for the kill. But he has to wait for that Immortal to be rebuilt. Another big Link counterattack. But this time we're in position. We clean up the Lings. 4 probes go down, but here we go. Krystianer, he's pushing out with his entire army. And what do we have at home to defend? We have 25 roaches. That's a pretty good amount of roaches. Oh, we cannot trickle in. Zealots are being knocked down. One after the other. Where's that Immortal, by the way? Zealots trying to come in for a flank. Good control, though, out of Elazer. At the same time, though, we do send a Zealot run by here towards the 4th base. And can we break the 4th of Elazer? We need our Archons. Come in, Papi, come in. Where's that Immortal, by the way? The Immortal is still back at home. Apparently we don't need it. We get 16 drones, though. The stasis trap will go off. We catch another couple of workers. It looks like we are breaking on through. Krystianer is snowballing out of control. He's done so much economic damage throughout this entire game. We still have Zealots wreaking havoc at the 4th. At the 3rd, even the 4th will go down. And it looks like Krystianer is going to be tying up this series. Again, this is what Krystianer wanted to accomplish in game 1, but he was denied because of the all-in. And now he can finally spread his wings. He can finally get into his build. And it looks like there just isn't enough here from Elazer. Oh my god, the roaches, they're just getting pinned in. There's no way out. GG gets called, and Krystianer will tie it up. GG. GG, well played. We are going to the ace match. Now, one, I'm excited that we do have an ace match, but I'm also a little bit concerned. Krystianer, he has done the same thing 2 games in a row. At first, he failed. At second, he succeeded. I'm concerned if he does it again. I'm fine with the opener, don't get me wrong, but I would be assuming that Elazer will be going for a less greedier style. What I mean by that is that last game, again, the reason why he lost, remember, he lost 20 drones. Without only killing the adepts that were harassing. Elazer, he lost 20 workers, which was wild. Like, the economy of Elazer was already in shambles from the beginning. Like, Krystianer, clearly, when it comes to his harass, he's on point. But a big reason for this is because Elazer does cut corners. I mentioned at the start of, I think, the previous series even. I was talking about how, even this series, I was talking about how Elazer, he often delays his Lings. He delays his Lings, he relies on 4 Lings and his Queens to defend, which is why those adepts got so much damage done. I'm hoping that Elazer makes more Lings earlier on. I'm hoping he adjusts. Otherwise, he's going to be punished again. We'll see. And again, Elazer, he's a greedy boy in PvZ. Greedy path. And here we go. We're getting into this. We're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Site Delta, we have the Polish Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Team Blazer. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Zerg player from the land of Poland, representing Team Liquid. It is Elazer. Elazer, he's the best Zerg player in all of Poland, but he's up against the wall, and we have seen Krystianer take maps before. Again, taking maps from Elazer isn't unheard of for Krystianer, but can he go the distance? Can he take the entire series? That would be something special. Here we go. Krystianer going for his probe scout across the map. Going to be getting confirmation, of course, that it is a hatch first. Despite Elazer dropping a map in this series, still going for a standard opener. And I'm really just curious about Krystianer. Is he going to be going for the same overall builds? Are we going to be seeing, triple Oracle into the 5 Adepts, into Charge Lot Archon? Now, Site Delta has a long rush distance by ground. It is long. Longer than hard lead. Winding it back, again, the reason why the all-in from Elazer works so well was because of the map. The map here is going to be working against him, not just because of the long rush distance, but also because we have a ramp leading into the natural. Like, this is a very defendable natural base. The third, sure, it's a little bit more exposed. Depending on your positioning, you can be caught off guard. That is true. But overall, I do feel like a longer game is going to be required here from Elazer. Again, hopefully he doesn't cut as many corners this time. We'll see. We shall see. As for now, hatch gas pool from Elazer, Krystianer back at home, gate expand into the cyber core. Everything's normal. We have the pylon being thrown down further closer towards the edge of the base. This should be a Stargate opener. Krystianer, he is unfazed. Should not be going for anything crazy like a Glaive Adept opener, and there it is. There is that Stargate. And I'm not opposed to getting into his opener, into his oracles and adept harass every game. Even the game that he lost, Krystianer has been just having his way with the economy, with the worker count, the mineral lines of Elazer, or even denying this expansion. Fun fact, usually because you have Lings, you're able to DPS down that pylon and get your expansion up and running. But because Elazer cuts corners, and because he only made 2 Lings, the DPS would take too long, so he's forced to take the triangular third instead. So a delayed third here from Elazer. Depth is going to be threatening the bases. Ling speed is on the way. Queens are coming out. There it is. For the first time this series, Elazer, he is making a wave of Lings. Quite a lot, actually. Oh my god. 12 Lings are on the way. Elazer committing quite hard to this. Are we going to keep making Lings? I am curious. Or is he just trying to play this out safely? There it is. The Lings, they have been revealed. And Krystianer, he's racing back home. Behind this, Oracles have hit the field. Okay, it looks like we only have Lings for map control. This is something that Elazer has been lacking this series, but he's made it this time, which means these Adepts should not get out of control. So Elazer respecting Krystianer. Looks like this probe is going to be shut down as well. Oh, just barely get picked off. Oracle gets across the map, and the Queens are in position. Oh my god, the Oracle taking so many more hits this time. Only gets 1 drone kill. Oh, I spoke too soon. We get 2, we get 3, we get 4. 4 worker kills, not a bad start here for Krystianer. Now the downside is this. We get a surround. Ooh, 1 Adept is going to get picked off. And we're going straight for the probe. Elazer being far more active this time with these Lings. Delaying the third base, delaying the expansion. Oh, the Oracle taking a lot of damage. Barely does escape. But you can see that Krystianer, he himself is having a much harder time getting into the mid game. A much more shakier start here because of how late his third is. As a result, he hasn't been able to be active. He wants to be. There we go. 5 Adepts, triple Oracle, we're moving out. Now, what do we have at home to defend? We are making another... Once again, we're making an extra wave of Lings. This is something that was lacking last time. But Elazer, he's investing in Lings, making sure that the Adepts don't get out of hand. aware that Krystianer has been getting too much economic damage done so far this series, and he wants to stop it. There we go. The Ling's going to be chasing the Shade. Adepts do not commit. They are dragging the Queens out of position, and now these Oracles, they can come in from behind. There we go. They go for the mineral line. Ooh, but they do not get damage done. And Krystianer, he backs up. So there's been a bit of a give and take. This time, Krystianer, he doesn't deal anywhere near as much economic damage. Like, he's killing some extra drones here, which is good. Oh no! Oh, a bit of an overextension. Some miscontrol there. Krystianer turning back around to kill one more drone. He gets punished for it. And now Elazer has map control. And Elazer, he's pushing. He's going for an all-in. Queens are moving out. They catch another Oracle, and we're sending everything across the map. Meanwhile, Krystianer, he's taking up so heavily. Robo, Forge, upgrades, Templar Archives, once again going into charge, not blink. And I don't think Krystianer can hold against this. It's going to be a tough hold. Ay. Again, Krystianer just taking up so much here. Stage traps are being just baited out. And again, it's taking a little bit longer for this to get across the map, but we have a creep being spread. Ravagers have arrived. Decent force fields. Cannons are finishing. These cannons putting in a lot of work. And here comes the first Immortal. Can we hold on? Can we survive? Overcharge is pop, barely keeping the cannons alive. And we are forcing back the first wave. We have to be very careful here. Very delicate micro from Krystianer. That overcharge putting in so much work, but the cannon, the first one does fall. And we have bought enough time for the first Immortal. First Immortal has arrived, but we're getting in. We're closing the distance. The Archon goes down, and there's barely an army left. There's still one cannon remaining. The shield batteries, they're running out of energy. They are running out of steam. We depower everything, or we depower the shield battery at least, and the cannon. And it looks like Elazer just has too much. Dives on top of the army. Shield batteries are not good enough. He's going for the Immortal. Oh my god. Immortal barely does get out of range of those of those vials. Robo is depowered. It looks like we have broken this third base. This was a better defense this time from Krystianer. It was better, but still not good enough. As the Robo falls. Again, we're trying to rely on Zealot Warpins because we have charge. With recall here to the third base, not ideal. 16 workers go down as well as the Nexus. And it looks like Elazer has done more than enough damage. Behind this, he's droning. He's droning, saturating his bases. Krystianer gonna try and get another third base up and running, but Elazer, he's there to stop it. He's there to punish it. Will force a cancel. Krystianer, he's just knocked down to 2 bases. We're even spreading creep here outside the bases of Krystianer. Just making it that much more difficult to expand. And again, Elazer just recognizing how hard he can punish this build from Krystianer. Like, investing into charge when you're defending against a 2-base all-in, it's just not ideal. It's not the unit you want to be working with. And essentially, he's forcing a 2-base all-in out of Krystianer. Here we go. We are moving out. I'm going to be able to deny some of this creep at least. Robo is being rebuilt. We don't have an observer. As we move out, the Lings, they move in. No! The wall. Oh my god, that was so close. The wall is looking solid. We force another cancel on this third base. Not the best fight, actually, from Elazer. Forcing a second cancel on the third, though. Ah, that was brutal. Krystianer, he does clean up a lot of those Lings, but behind this, Elazer, he's on 3 base economy, he's on 63 drones, and he's double expanding, getting a 4th and a 5th base at the same time. Looking to just max out on Roach Ravager, even investing into Hydras, just so he has some anti-air. Lings, they come in once again as Krystianer moves out. And Krystianer, he's just being pulled apart. He can't attack and defend at the same time. Oh, that hatchery, sorry, that Nexus is getting so low. And here it is. It's all or nothing for Krystianer. Obviously, a Protoss army can trade more efficiently. That is true, but he has half the army supply. He can't trade that efficiently, or he shouldn't be able to trade that efficiently. Of course, things would be a little bit different if he had, say, Disruptors or maybe Storm. Storm a little bit less so in this situation, just because Roach Ravager is quite sturdy, quite a beefy army. If we did have a couple of Disruptors, then maybe that'd be a different story, but as it stands, we have Charged Archon Immortal. We're going to try to commit. We're pushing in. There's no turning back. We are getting on top of the Ravagers, but the Biles, oh my god. Biles are going to be connecting. We do clean up most of these Ravagers, though. This army is so fragile for a Elazer. Not enough Roaches, to be honest. Oh, Biles are connecting. We are cleaning up almost every single Ravager, but you can see here that here come the Roach reinforcements, and the Roaches, that's what we really needed. Honestly, that was a pretty efficient fight from Krystianer. He reset the Ravager and Hydra count, which was impressive, but GG gets called. It's still not enough. And Elazer will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Elazer for advancing on. My condolences to Krystianer, but at the same time, did go to the ace match. Impressive. And to be honest, he looked pretty damn good in both game 1 and game 2. Here in game 3, was struggling to get economic damage done, was struggling to really make his opener worthwhile. And as we saw, a big weakness when it comes to his builds, because he's going into charge and being so tech heavy, is these 2-base all-ins. These 2-base all-ins, they just brutalize Krystianer here. We've seen it now 2 games here in this series, and yeah, he just doesn't have what he needs here to be able to hold on. This was a stronger defense this time on side Delta compared to hard lead. It was a stronger defense, don't get me wrong, but even then, it just still was not enough. Again, Zealots in that situation are just, they don't cut it. They do not cut it. Ooh. And with that, that is our first semifinals in the books, and we're going to be getting ready for our next semifinals. Elazer's waiting in the next round, and who is going to be facing off against Elazer? That is the question. Who will face off against him? Will it be one Protoss player or another? Is it going to be Geralt or Papi? Oh boy. Who's it going to be? Here we go. As we are going to be setting that up. Vetoes are currently underway. So it's going to take a moment for us to get this going. But up next, we do have a PvP to determine who faces off against Elazer. Both Geralt and Papi, they're strong players in their own right. Geralt, Papi, Mana, Krystianer, Arts, all these Protoss players are amazing at what they do, and they're all pretty interchangeable. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, but they're all some of the best that Poland has to offer. So we are going to be taking a small break here. Going to be going on a short break while our players conduct their vetoes, and when we return, we will have our next semifinals. See you soon. Take this moment to, again, hijack Hydras, tuck in your Tempest, cuddle your Colossus, and marinate your Marauders. When we return, PvP. See you soon. See you soon.